and better service. And you heard the numbers. I think the most staggering number is that we had a website that was down 29 hours. This will be a digital-first agency. And we are building my SSA accounts. That's the digital account. And we have a bold goal of 200 million Americans to have a digital SSA account by the end of next year. It will happen. Just like we had a bold goal of single-digit wait time on the calls when they were at 40 minutes. And we did that. This is my 100th day. We did that within 90 days, right? Get the web up and running, bring technology to our field offices, use digital presence to answer and serve the American public. That's the job. When we do all that, then we'll really know the answer to if we have a hole, right? I was presented in my second week on the job with $18 billion in errors by the Inspector General. It was public. In less than a month, we solved 9 billion of it. So that's the type of swift action we can take, right? You see the things like the big beautiful bill for the seniors. You see better digital services. You see field office wait times down. If you make an appointment to have a field office visit, it now happens in 6 minutes. Unprecedented. We are serving more people and delivering more than was ever delivered before in a manner with the highest possible quality, and we've just begun. You should expect this to be a great digital.
Shalom, shalom, shalom. Not that to the hopeful elect of Israel. First off, I want to start off and give all honors and infinite praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakach Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who taught us his truth and who rule well. Peace and safety and salutations out there to you sincere, and you hopeful elect, scattered abroad across the four winds of this earth. All right, I'm your fellow servant, Malaakia, coming in with another lesson today. Okay, it's going to be a quick lesson, an update on this digital infrastructure that's being built right before the eyes of the people. Okay, and yeah, man, dealing with this Social Security Administration, the SSA. Just a quick testimony. Yesterday, I was with my dad, my father. I was showing him, how to get a replacement card because he needed to get a replacement card. For those who don't know, my dad, he's Benjamin. He's from the island of Jamaica. Okay, so I went to try to help fill out a lot of his information and stuff for him to get a Social Security card. And on the system, it said that he wasn't a citizen. Because I remember, he applied for citizenship and he had his all his paperwork and everything. But on the system, it showed that he didn't have any type of citizenship at all. And it said that for him to go up to the office, okay, he had to make an appointment. Okay. And while we were trying to get to the point, and while we were filling out a lot of the application work that was online, okay, in order for you to even access to get onto the internet, you had to be verified. That's the point that I'm trying to make. Okay. I never seen it done before until I got a chance to see him do it yesterday. Okay, so they were asking for a lot of his biometrics, in order for him to be able to get online onto this website to be able to access, to be able to get an appointment for a new card. Okay, so showing you that this whole thing is all going digital, and it's been going digital. Okay, and with that being said, he had to show his face. Okay, they had to do the circle all the way around his face. He had to show video. Okay, he even had to get on a video call to even confirm that it was him. Okay, and once he was verified, then he had access. He had access to get online on the actual website, the government website. And then today, I see this. I seen it live earlier, and I was like, what? I'm gonna do a video on it. And this is what I seen earlier. Okay, they're making the Social Security Administration to go digital, okay? And they've been doing it, okay? So I have an article here, and this was probably a couple months ago, April 29th. So it says your Social Security card will soon be available digitally. What to know about the change? And as you go through the article, it goes and tell you the different changes. Okay, so all right, the Edomite in the video that was speaking, he was going into how AI is being basically being digitally, all right, within their system now, and how it's able to solve all of the problems that the agency was having before. Okay, clearing up the errors, making sure everything is on point, names, no errors on anything. Okay, but the people have to be integrated within the system, and they said that what they're getting ready to have. I forgot how many. I think it said 200 million people were going to be basically integrated into this system. The Americans, I believe it said 200 million Americans. Okay, so we're at the start point of the transitionary period, man. Okay, we've been here. We're in the middle of it. Okay, because it's gonna get to the point to where they're not gonna have to need the people's information, the biometrics. We can see the system changing right before your eyes. I'm seeing it. I know you're seeing it. Yesterday, I was driving, with my rib. I seen it was like this little robot. I don't even know what the hell it was. I guess I'm just gonna say it was a robot, and it was out there, and it wasn't nobody out there, but the yard was getting mowed by the robot. You go to two different stores, okay? You go into different stores now. You got the machines cleaning the aisles without a person. They got self-driving trucks, okay, being administered onto the highways to transport goods. You see, the infrastructure is here, man. It's being set right before the people's eyes, and the people can't see it because they all left up into folly. So just as we see how it was in the first industrial revolution, the second industrial revolution, the third industrial revolution, now the fourth industrial revolution, we can see the advancements in technology. And as you've seen in the first, second, and third, you've seen that build up, okay, of the IR, the industrial revolutions, okay, and how they mass produced, okay, with more efficiency as the different IRs came, the industrial revolutions. But now we at the point to where they're getting ready to have it to where the systems, the technology, okay, is getting ready to surpass, okay, everything. You don't understand, like when everything is set in place, this place is going to change quickly, and it's going to change drastically. It's going to change quickly, and it's going to change drastically, very fast. Okay, that's why Apostle Tahar said. He said, man, when this thing starts to hit, he said this thing is going to move fast. You know, it's going to move super fast, and we're getting closer and closer each day, man. All right, so let me bring this out. It's the book of Matthew 24, verse 32. Now learn the parable of the fig tree. When his branch is yet tender and putteth forth leaves, ye know that summer is nigh. So likewise ye, when ye shall see all these things, know that it is near, even at the doors. So as I was explaining with the robots, with the technology, the advancements in technology, them integrating the different biometrics, the ID into the system, all right, sooner or later, everything is going to be tied, all right, within the system, and then you're going to have to be put into that prison, okay, by you taking that RFID chip, man. We coming closer and closer to that time. Each day that you wake up, we're getting closer and closer, and we can see the times are speeding up, man. So we see that what this is near. It is near at the doors. Everything is aligning. Okay, you know what they say in the world. All right, the stars are aligning. Come on, man. Everything is aligning. All right, to what the scriptures say, man. It's the book of Luke 21. um 21, verse 34, it says, "And take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness and cares of this life, and so that day come upon you unawares." Okay, like I mentioned earlier, it's going to come quickly and it's going to come drastically. All right, you're not going to understand, okay, the times we're in if you're not really in the spirit. That's why Scripture says, "What for you to take heed to yourselves." All right, because if you're not taking heed, you out there right now. All right, your hearts is being overcharged with the surfeiting. You know, you go into that, it goes into the overabundance, overindulgence, okay, of this life, the drunkenness, the cares of this life. You worrying about your bills. You worrying about what you're going to do with your 401k. You trying to buy a house, even though that the damn market, the housing market is fucking crashing. Come on, man. Everybody, people worrying about the cares of this life, man. See, this is why this day, when everything come upon this world, everybody's gonna be taken away by it. They're gonna be taken away by it because it's gonna move so fast. It's gonna be a quick transition, and people are gonna be integrated within the system. This could be months away. This could be months away. You're seeing what Trump is doing right now with the going into. Oh yeah. I gotta do another lesson on that too. Um, I seen another video too. I gotta do another lesson on that. Going into the sanctuary cities. Okay, because we all know it's not all about the crime. Because here it is, you got Memphis with one of the highest murder rates. How come they're not on that list? Why you had to go to DC first? Okay, but why did you name Los Angeles? Why did you name New York? Okay, why did you name these other different cities before Memphis? So it ain't about the crime. What is it about? It's about them getting hold on those different sanctuary cities, man, so they can come in and employ the military, okay, or employ these different agencies, all right, to come up after who? Jake. Hey, we can see Jacob's trouble, man. Hey, look, it's getting closer and closer. You know, I see Jake online being scared, not knowing what's going on. All right, because what? We are in the middle of that transition right now, man. Okay, so don't let this take you away. So it says, verse 34 again, Luke 21:34, "And take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness and cares of this life, and so that day come upon you unawares." It says, "For as a snare shall it come on all them that dwell on the face of the whole earth." The people are not going to understand what's going on. They're going to get caught up, okay, while this transition is going on, man, because they don't know what the hell is going on. But for the elect, you know, okay? Because the things is only going to get more tighter and tighter, and things is going to happen more faster, quickly. Because the scripture says, "Behold, I come quickly." So if Yahweh is coming quickly, what is that telling you about the times of the end? And the Lord said that way He was going to shorten the days for the elect's sake. We are in the time of the Lord is shortening the days, and things is picking up quickly, man. So it says, "For as a snare," I think I finished 34. Yeah. Verse 35, it says, "For as a snare shall it come on all them that dwell on the face of the whole earth." And that's going to be the people going to get caught up into the snare. You signing up online. You can't get online without being verified. Look, come on. This is what we headed to. Everything to go digital. Okay? And you're going to have to be within that system in order for you to be able to buy or sell, to do anything in a system. Because if you're not within that system, you're going to be known as an illegal immigrant, okay? And you're going to be sent off to those different detention camps, okay? Because you're not verified. They don't know who you are. We coming into these times to where if you don't have no type of citizenship, okay, you're going to be thrown up into those different camps. And it's going to get to the point to where Esau just going to come down with the great wrath, man, and that's it for you, okay? Especially Jake, you so-called blacks, Latinos, Native American Indians, man. Y'all about to get caught up in the snare. This is the trap that's being laid up for you, man. And everybody's falling for it because they don't see. People didn't even know that he probably even spoke today, Trump. You know, every time I see something that he's about to make an announcement on something, you need to be watching it. You need to be watching it because is really happening right now in the background that you don't even truly understand. You got to see, you know. So this is the next agency that's getting ready to go digital. How much more everything else? The governments have been infiltrated, man. Okay, so how much everything else that's going to fall right behind it? This is the first agency, the Social Security Administration. Your Social Security number, okay, has been integrated into a system. Okay, and if you need anything within this system, or even any type of upgrade, you're gonna have to go through this system. Okay, and a lot of people, when this chip come, a lot of people gonna take it because people need these different credentials, man, to be able to survive. All right, within this new system to come, man. You know, we coming to some dire times, man. All right, so stay prayed up, stay watchful, okay, and know, okay, that these things are getting ready to come to pass. So let me just finish up this 36. It says, watch ye therefore and pray always that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass. All right, because the things that's getting ready to come is getting ready to be, man, hey, the only way for you to get through these times is Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Okay, this is how you're going to be able to escape all these things, the said perils, as you read that in the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 9. Okay? It says, and to stand before the Son of Man, because, hey, Scripture says, immediately after the tribulation of those days shall they see the Son of Man coming in the clouds with power and great glory. So we're coming into this time. And you want to be in the position, all right, to where Yahweh Bashim Yahweh lift you up. Okay? Because if not, you're going to be trotting down with everybody else here. Okay? And that bit pretty much concludes the lesson. I don't want to make it too much. But just know, man, hey, things is going digital. Okay? These different announcements that you see Trump is making and putting these different people on the panels and introducing them, they're telling you what they're doing with the system right before your eyes. Okay? I'm going to do another lesson on it too, going into those sanctuary cities, man. Okay? Because it ain't all about the crime. And it's another lesson I got to do too about going into the job sector. You know? Things is being taken away and things is being added and things are being integrated. We are in the point of the different transitionary phase. Okay, so hey man, stay watchful, stay prayed up. Okay, I want to give all honors and infinite praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who taught us his truth and who rule well. Peace and safety and salutations are there to you sincere and you hope for elect. Scattered abroad across the four winds of this earth. All right, I'm your fellow servant, Mala'akia. Shalom.